It all begins with a smile. A smile that millions of Americans wake up to every morning on their television screens. A smile that seems effortless, full of warmth, laughter, and joy. But behind that smile, behind the glimmering lights of the studio and the laughter heard across living rooms, lies a story far more complex, far more human than most ever imagine. This is the hidden journey of Kelly Ripa, the woman who made joy her signature, even when life tried to steal it away. Born in the vibrant city of Stratford, New Jersey, Kelly was no stranger to the challenges of life. A young girl with big dreams and a sparkling personality, she had an energy that made everyone around her smile. But even in her childhood, Kelly faced moments that tested her resilience. Life was not always a sitcom. Sometimes it was quiet, sometimes painful, and sometimes lonely. Yet in those early moments, she learned a lesson that would shape her entire life. The power of persistence, of showing up even when it hurts. Her first steps into the world of television were far from easy. Auditions that seemed promising ended in rejection. Opportunities slipped through her fingers, and the weight of expectation bore down heavily on her young shoulders. She could have given up. Many would have. But Kelly didn't. Each disappointment became a stepping stone, each no a quiet whisper that told her, "You can do this. Keep going." And slowly, she carved her path into the hearts of audiences across America. By the time she joined Live with Regis and Kelly, she had already proven her talent and dedication. The chemistry with her co-host, the effortless charisma, and her ability to connect with people on screen made her a household name. But while the cameras rolled and the applause echoed, the personal struggles behind the scenes were often invisible. Balancing a career in the unforgiving world of television with family life, with marriage, and with personal challenges demanded a strength few could comprehend. It was during these years that Kelly met Mark Consuelos, a man who had become her partner, her confidant, and her greatest support. Their love story was something out of a dream, a connection sparked on the set, a whirlwind romance, and a marriage that would become the anchor in the stormy seas of fame. Yet even within this fairy tale, challenges existed. Marriage is never without trials. Career pressures, public scrutiny, and personal sacrifices often shadowed the happiness that the world saw so clearly. And Kelly, always the cheerful face for millions, carried her burdens with grace, choosing laughter as her shield and love as her compass. Life, however, is rarely predictable. Parenthood brought immeasurable joy, but also moments of fear and uncertainty. Kelly's devotion to her children required patience, courage, and unending energy. Each day was a balancing act. Career demands, family responsibilities, and personal growth. There were nights when exhaustion could have silenced her smile, when worry could have dimmed her sparkle. But through it all, she remained present, remained authentic, and remained a beacon for her family and her fans. Then came the moments that truly tested her spirit. Unexpected challenges, professional setbacks, and the relentless gaze of the public eye brought their own brand of pressure. Critics questioned, rumors swirled, and the weight of expectation pressed heavily on her. And yet, Kelly's resilience shone brighter than ever. She learned, as we all must, that strength is not the absence of struggle, but the courage to face it with dignity and heart. But here is where her story takes a turn that inspires, that reminds us why her journey resonates so deeply with people across the nation. Because Kelly, despite everything, chose hope. She chose to continue smiling, not as a mask, but as a statement that even when life is hard, joy is possible. That even when sorrow knocks at the door, love, laughter, and persistence answer back. She transformed personal pain into empathy for others, stress into creativity, and public scrutiny into a platform for connection. Every challenge Kelly faced became a lesson not just for her, but for every person who watched her grow. She showed that success is not measured only by accolades, ratings, or fame, but by the courage to keep going when life feels unfair, when the world seems cold, and when every option seems to have failed. She became more than a television personality. She became a symbol of resilience, of love's enduring power, and of the human capacity to turn trials into triumphs. And the surprises in her story do not end there. Even at the height of her career, Kelly continues to embrace new challenges, new experiences, and new lessons. She reinvents herself, learns from the past, and opens her heart to the present. Through it all, she teaches an invaluable truth that our most authentic selves are forged in the fires of struggle, and that our greatest victories often arise from the very moments we fear most. So when we watch Kelly Ripa step onto the stage, smile at the camera, and bring joy to millions, we are witnessing the culmination of a life lived fully. Not without pain, not without struggle, but with courage, grace, and an unwavering commitment to hope. Her story is a testament that no matter the trials we face, no matter the tragedies life may throw our way, we can rise, we can laugh, and we can inspire others through our resilience. As her journey continues, we are reminded that the hidden tragedy is not the reason to despair, but a reason to marvel at the human spirit. Kelly Ripa's life encourages us all to face our own challenges with bravery, to find joy even in difficult moments, and to understand that behind every smile may lie a story of struggle, but also one of extraordinary hope. And as we close this chapter of her story, one thought lingers. The world may see only her laughter, her charisma, and her fame, but those who look closely see the strength of a woman who turned every sorrow into a stepping stone, every setback into a lesson, and every hidden tragedy into a triumph that inspires millions. Kelly Ripa reminds us that life is never perfect, that pain is inevitable, but the choice to rise above it, to embrace love, hope, and joy is always ours. Her story is a mirror of our own potential, a lesson in resilience, and a beacon of light in a world that often feels uncertain. So, next time you see her smile on screen, remember, that smile carries the weight of challenges faced, battles won, and a spirit unbroken. It is a smile earned, a triumph celebrated, and an inspiration for us all to carry forward.